Well, Jeremy, we got about 4 minutes left here. Jeremy, you want to bring us in with a little bit of your beautiful music? We'd love to have it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Clap us in, Alan. Walker, really, it's good to see you out there. Hey, Darlene, great to have you here. Oh, Jacques, I love your creative space and your background, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
You look like a Peloton man to me.
Yep.
Did that this
Love
morning.
it.
Thank you. Did that this morning. What's your call name on Peloton, Paul?
What?
What's your call name on Peloton? Might stop Papa Paul. Sure.
President Rick, good to see you.
Yeah.
You should know my background.
Where am I? Oh, right here. Yeah, see, to Miss Anthony.
Very great to have Gary. Ruko, thank you. Way to make it happen. Denise, Anthony, way to be here. Nice to meet you. Love that.
This song is now called I Don't Want to Hold Your Hand. Until COVID's over.
Jeremy, thank you, Jeremy Weinglass.
Yes.
Way to bring us into the meeting, Jeremy. We love that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Hey, welcome. Hang on. Welcome, Ted Chong and our Rotary members to the Mixing Spoon. Hey, my name is Matt Ball, and welcome to the third meeting of our 112th year of LA5 Rotary's fifth oldest Rotary club in the world.
I can't hear a thing he's
with
saying.
over 35,000 Rotary clubs in over 200 countries and territories across the globe, with a membership of approximately 1.2 members. So today is a very special day. And in that, we have replaced what would normally be a keynote speaker today in a special Rotary concert. This is kind of an awesome thing because we've spent a lot of time, and the proceeds for today's concert will be going straight to LA5's operation funds in order to help us manage the many logistics and administrative responsibilities that are associated with our humanitarian outreach and our service. So today's fundraiser note that it is fundraiser, because we're going to have a lot of fun today, is the kind of event that makes it possible for us to properly engage our Rotary Foundation resources and trigger the giving of millions of dollars to some amazing projects like we did this last year. For example, We manufactured face shields during this COVID crisis. We've supported the LA orphanages, and we provided over $250,000 in youth scholarships, just to name a few. So welcome to our visiting guests and other fellow Rotarians, especially those from out of town, out of state, and out of the country. Welcome, Mumbai. I mean, I think that's the furthest away that we come from our Rotary clubs today here in Kara, and many other guests today. So is there anyone coming from further away than Mumbai, perhaps Indonesia, Mongolia, San Bernardino? Hey, you're all welcome. We'd love to have you. If there's anybody else, we'd love to have you raise your hand or your virtual hand out there so we can see you, just give you a shout out and let you know that we recognize you. Thank you very much for being here. Also, please know that our guests, just like our Rotary LA5 members, you're all welcome to donate today during today's concert. So don't feel like you can't express your gratitude. You'll be amazed at what gracious receivers that we can be, okay? We'd like to bring this meeting to order today with a couple of special things, and that is, we've got first a tribute to our American flag, and after that tribute, we'll have an inspirational thought provided by our own Alan Bernstein. He's the Director of Client Services for Pace Marketing Communications. Following Dr. Bernstein, we'll be honored to hear a special musical number from Jeremy Weinglass, who you heard bringing us into the meeting, an American the Beautiful rendition. And our own piano artist in residency, we like to say, thank you, Mr. Jeremy Weinglass. So many of you will remember the very famed comedian Red Skelton. This is the way Red Skelton honored our Pledge of Allegiance back in the day. So we'd like to turn a little time over to Eric Weiss, our program director today, our showrunner. Eric, our past president, is going to be running our show. And Eric, we'll turn the time over to you to help us with Red Skelton. So take it away, Eric, please.
Hey, everybody. So here we go. Enjoy the show.
I remember a teacher that I had. Now, I went through the 7th grade. I went to the 7th grade. I left home when I was 10 years old because I was hungry. And I used to, this is true. I work in the summer, I go to school in the winter. But I had this one teacher. He was the principal of the Harrison School in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, this was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we were all reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day. And he walked over, this little old teacher, Mr. Laswell was his name. Mr. Laswell, and he says, I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity. Allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. United. That means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states. 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose. All divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose. And that's love for country. And to the republic, a state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people. And it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others, for all. for all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance: under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?
Alan Bernstein, we turn the time over to you, please, for an inspirational thought.
Thank you, President Matty Ball. You know, I was thinking for this Friday's inspirational moment, we all need to participate. You know, I miss the small talk that we have at our weekly meetings. I miss walking in to our clubs and, you know, I see Jacques with the badges. I see Tony with the camera. I see the past presidents, even Ken. I miss Ken. I like seeing Melinda and all of the people that make the club so great. So in keeping with today's theme, I want to ask everyone to use the chat box. That's the box right in the center at the bottom. And just share what your first concert was or your favorite concert. And let's just see everybody's responses. Let's have just a little fun. I see that Barry went to LA Phil, that Christina Moses went to New Kids on the Block. My goodness. Eric Weiss, Paul Simon, Sharona went to the Jackson 5. So everybody, even the guests and our performers, if you want, please put it in the chat box so we can all see this is how we create community at LA 5. Martin Luther said, next to the word of God, the noble art of music is the greatest treasure in the world. So while you're typing away, let me see if you can beat my first concert. It was 1969 at the Forum. I was 12, the fabulous Forum, I should say. It was opened up by Rare Earth. The second act didn't show up. It was Ike and Tina Turner, but they didn't make it for some reason. So after about half an hour, they brought out a replacement. It was Jerry Butler, the Iceman. And I just loved that song, you know, Only the Strong Survive. So then we had to wait about 2 hours. And then finally, out came Sly and the Family Stone, who played for 2 hours. Man, I was hooked. And they're still my favorite band to this day. If you can see my t-shirt, I still wear their t-shirt. So today, let's celebrate music, inspiration, and Rotary, that we might all be together again soon, and that we keep in mind our true purpose, to inspire and to be leaders in our community. And the people said, amen.
Amen, Alan. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, speaking of music, we'd like to turn a little special time over to our Jeremy Weinglass. Please, Jeremy, take it away.
Okay, we also have a special slideshow coming up here, so we're going to get it started.
Jeremy, thank you very much. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful. Thank you. What a great tribute. Thank you to everyone that participated with us today. Jeremy, we appreciate your music all the time. You are definitely our resident Rotary service pianist in service. So thank you in residency here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right. Listen, we wanted to just welcome everybody because that great slideshow really did show what it was like for us to meet together and we all felt like meeting together. And Alan, that's why at the beginning of our meetings, we like to have a little small talk and a little chat at the beginning so we don't just overpower it with music, even though I kind of like to give Jeremy some time, but it's fun to be able to warm up and say hello to everybody. So thank you for letting us do that. I'd like to spend a little time. Thank you very much again. I love your t-shirt, by the way. We might just be calling you Sly from now on, Alan. All right, we'd like to turn a little time over to Eric Weiss that's going to introduce us to a few little logistics that might be helpful to us today. Eric's going to help us to understand just what we can do today to donate, how we donate, who's donated, what's going on. Eric, do you want to take us there and show us what it is that you can help us all understand, please?
Absolutely. So everybody, some of you know this already, but it's real simple. You go into RotaryLA5.org, you log in, you go from there, you go over to pay dues. That's the one strange little segment. And you go down and you'll see a new button there that says, please strengthen LA5's operational budget support now. And when you get there, you can log in normally, like your club runner login, or if you're not a member of our club or you're just a visitor, you can log in down below, just put in your name and your email address. Consent to your information being stored, and then you'll come to our registration packages, everything from $2,500 down to $100. And you can really donate any amount you want to. You know, our little Jane the Rotarian is signing up for $500 there, and then goes to the payment segment, and then you can pay by credit card if you picked one of those numbers that you were willing to commit to, or you could make a check out to any amount and mail the check to the address that you'll find in the box below. But we really appreciate everyone participating, and you know, if you want to today as well, you know, feel free to make a commitment on the text, and we'll get back to you to figure out how you want to take care of that if you don't want to log in. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Eric Weiss. Appreciate that. Eric, thank you again for running the show today. For those of you that didn't notice, for those of you that are aware of Rotary's website, naturally, we've got an incredible team here. Chrissy Moses and Adam Weiss, thank you very much for making our website look so amazing and bringing that up and really making it awesome. So thank you for all your work there. Welcome to all of our guests. Please don't hesitate to donate. As a matter of fact, during our event today, we will be doing shout outs for those that want to donate right during the event. We'll shout you out right on the chat because we've got a lot of wonderful donations that are happening. As a matter of fact, we've already had to begin this day. We've already had significant donations from our past presidents: Don Crocker, Paul Netzel, Ken Chong, John Spokes, Alan Bernstein, Megan O'Rourke, Dave Meshlam, John Green, Eric Weiss, Melinda Monterosa, Brenda Wewell, Paul Ekstrand, Herb McGurk, just to name a few. So thank you very much to those that have already gotten us started. We've got so many more to go, but thank you so much. We wanted to begin our meeting today by letting you know that you probably know this already. I've mentioned a few things about what I do and what I like to do in the past or in my spare time if I ever have any. But I'm a bike rider, and as a bike rider, I take many different kinds of adventures on my bike, some in the mountains and some on the road. But as I've taught my son, who now owns a racing bike that I can only dream about owning one day, I always tell him, if you want to go on a short, quick ride, you can always go by yourself and you can excel. But if you want to go on a long and strong, you'll always do better with a partner by your side. Someone who will always be there for safety and for company, and especially for wind drafting, where you can pull each other along, almost like there's a rope between you, one that takes turns pulling you along when you get tired. It's very interesting to me to see how a rope is made. Rope begins with one fine thread or twine that's easily snapped by itself, just a small thread. But when that thread of rope is wrapped with companion threads and twisted and braided and wrapped with hundreds more threads, that combined rope becomes almost a cable of strength, something which cannot easily be broken. Each one of us in Rotary has individual aspirations of helping our fellow man and women with the most appropriate service and humanitarian outreach that our resources can support. But when we find threads of individual desire join together en masse as a strong rotary rope, we find our efforts to be unbreakable and strong enough to make a difference in the world. This fundraiser today is a chance for us to unite our fine threads of financial assistance and really pull together with the strength that Rotary can create by uniting our efforts as one. Thank you for pulling with us today and being generous with your contributions. In the words of our first singer-performer today, David Osmond, we can do this. Eric, we turn it over to you for David Osmond. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope you're doing well. My name's David Osmond, and I'm honored to be with you tonight to sing a song and bring some music to the group. And you guys are a cool group, the LA5 chapter of the Rotary Club. I've had a chance to perform for other Rotary clubs, but you guys are the cool kids, and this is an honor. So thank you very much. And thank you for all that you guys do. It's incredibly inspiring, and I'm a big fan, certainly. So thank you. Keep going forward. This song, in fact, is one that is handpicked just for you. We all have stories. We all have struggles and challenges. And you guys help a lot of those challenges that are out there in this world. One of the challenges that I have as a music artist, I had to leave the stage years ago, believe it or not. I was diagnosed with something called MS, multiple sclerosis. And I was in a wheelchair, almost paralyzed from the chest down. Crazy as it sounds, I'm a miracle. I still have MS, but it doesn't have me. And I'm walking and I'm doing my music again. And I'm able to write music about those challenges. This is one of those songs I wrote from the perspective of my grandpa, some advice he gave me. Years ago when I was a kid, he said, you know what, David? In this life, you're gonna go through hard things. You will. But I promise you something, kid. As he put his hands on my shoulders, he said, you can do it. You can do it. So you just keep fighting. You stay strong. Stay tough. Because life is tough, but so are you. So keep pushing. You can do it. And I wrote a song, and guess what I called it? I Can Do This. This song is for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I've rehearsed 1,000 times. I played it all out in my mind. Oh, now it's time to go. Time to give the world the show that I've been dreaming all my life. The day has come, I'm gonna give myself a chance. This time I'm getting off the fence. The wait is over, yeah, it's my life. This is my life. I can do this. Just stick around, you'll see. Going through this takes every part of me. What I'm feeling down inside, it's like a roller coaster ride, but it's true, yes. I can do this. Yeah. I am the captain of my soul. Oh, only I can make me whole. Ooh, if nothing ever changes, everything will be the same. So I will change and I will grow. The day has come, I'm gonna give myself a chance. Oh, this time I'm getting off the fence. Wait is over, yeah, it's my life. This is my life. I can do this. Just stick around, you'll see. Going through this takes every part of me. What I'm feeling down inside, it's like a roller coaster ride, but it's true, yes. I can do this. Where there's a spark, there's a flame. Where there's a flame, there will be fire. And when this fire starts, I'm gonna let it burn and burn and burn and burn. You'll see, going through this takes every part of me. What I'm feeling down inside, it's like a roller coaster ride, but it's true, yes. I can do this. I want the world to see. I can do this. Look what I have done with me. back into the face. Keep doing it. Stay strong. Keep making miracles happen everywhere. You guys are the best.
Okay, so David Osmond's a personal friend. He's become a personal friend. I'm fortunate enough to get to work with him. So I told him that as I'm climbing a 15% grade on my bike, trying to survive that in about 100-degree heat, that's the song that's in my head. That's the song that I play to keep me going up that hill, and it's fantastic. So I appreciate David. I apologize for the noise in the background. Naturally, I'm right outside my window here, and the neighbors decided they were going to cut down all the shrubs. So I apologize for the sawing in the background today. Listen, I did want to give a big shout out that we've got a tremendous amount of donations already coming in. Thank you, Russ Wittenberg and Gary Jimenez and Nancy Howard. And I want to get the name correct. Sarah Fornaciati. I hope I said that correct. Fornaciati. Thank you very much for your donations so far. Fantastic. We love this. Listen, a little side note here. This is kind of significant because this concert, this fundraiser was intended to be at the end of Rick Gibson's year. This is really his gift and his baby, and we put it all together as a joint team. So in all fairness, I cannot take the credit for this because we've got so many people doing this. Melinda Monterosa, Paul Ekstrand, Eric Weiss. These people are amazing in putting this together. But this is all to support Rick Gibson. His year was amazing. And because of him being the president that he is, we wanted this to be his fundraiser as well as the kickoff for 2020. So this is a huge thank you to Rick Gibson. And we wanted to turn some time over to Rick because this is his opportunity to really take our thank you and to really share some insights that you've got. Rick, we want to turn a little time over to you. Thank you so much for your presidency, for your example, your great year. And we give some time to you, Rick. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much. Hey, everyone. It's really good to see you. And I miss you. I miss being together. And when I saw that amazing slideshow of all of us, together in our, ahead of the days that we could not have imagined were coming, I became very emotional as I thought about this because in some way you've become like a family to me. And so I really do appreciate the way that we have kind of weathered this. We're not out of it yet, but I do love the way this club is coming together. And I want to encourage you to continue to support what this club is about, because ultimately, as much as it is hopefully good for each of you and good for me, it is the people we serve that's the most important part and is the object of our desire and is the object of our work. Last year, that became very clear to me in a way that caught me off guard, really. During the community grants effort that we had last year, we decided that it was very important to try to rekindle a relationship we had with the Edelman Children's Court, to try to gather around young people. This club has always had a heart for young people. And so as we became drawn into the work this club had done years ago with the Edelman Children's Court, and then engaged other agencies that we're beginning to develop relationships with, and got to understand just how important this work was. And back to the theme of family, it became clear to me just how much of a gift it is to have a family, a community, somebody that's gathered around you. And so when we gathered, many of us, and many of you who are on this call gathered, and we went to the Edelman Children's Court on November 23rd for National Adoption Day last year. And we saw 200 plus families created and an addition made to those families, all those adoptions that happened. And we sponsored a couple of photo booths so that children and families could have their pictures taken, their first family photo together. We served food, we did all kinds of things. And then community grants and this club gathered around these particular agencies that were serving young people. And we were in a position to give $100,000 in partnership with LA5 Foundation, this club, and all the members, and did an amazing, amazing thing by giving this money to these worthy organizations that help young people. I'll quickly tell you a story about the young woman that I saw at National Adoption Day. It never occurred to me that some of the children being adopted were actually nearly adults. Some of them were young adults. But of course, they need families too. We are people, we are human beings, and we need connection and one another. And this club did a wonderful thing by uniting and bringing a young family together. And this young woman inspired me to commit to not just this year, but years to come, to the work that this club started many, many years ago. And I really do consider that one of the great highlights of what was a year of ups and downs. But seeing those kids doing some good, gathering around them, giving resources to them, I was never more proud to be a Rotarian than when we gathered around those young people. So we have, I think, something to share with the club, kind of a reminder of the work that our club has done. And I just want to thank you all. Matt, this is a great program. And let's get behind this club and the good work that it's doing and the people that we serve. Thank you all. Right now, there are over 30,000 kids in LA County in the foster care system.
What we find is that if they are not placed in forever families, the likelihood of them completing school goes down, the likelihood of them getting arrested goes up.
It's terrible that more than half of the foster youth in this city will wind up homeless or incarcerated.
These are kids that are looking for a home, that are looking for a family around them. Kids need homes.
Nobody wanted me. I was just, felt like my life was already over.
I had nightmares every single day at my birth mom's house. It was just really scary for me living there.
My biggest fear was that I was gonna age out and not know how to be sufficient on my own.
At a certain age, like, they don't want you, you're troubled and stuff. But like inside, I knew like I'm not a troubled kid. I know what I'm in for, like why I'm here.
I was scared, I was lost, and I felt hopeless. Even if I wanted to be adopted, who would adopt a 17-year-old?
He deserves to feel happy and to feel loved. And I just wish I had gotten him sooner.
Every year, our club has a community service grant, and that's where we raise money from our members to give back to local nonprofits that are doing good in our community.
So it was important to me this year as president that we use our resources to support the children who are in the foster care system in LA County. We want to focus on those organizations that are effective finding permanent homes for children, because that's the goal. 5 groups stood out to us. We partnered with the Dave Thomas Foundation, with CASA, with Step Forward. We partnered with the Alliance for Children's Rights, and then ultimately the Edelman Children's Court, the very place where we started years ago as a club in our effort to support foster kids. We've seen these groups in action, so it was very easy for us to make a decision to partner with them as we try to make sure that children get connected to permanent homes.
Hi, I'm Jen Braun, President and CEO of the Alliance for Children's Rights. We are very grateful to the Rotary Club of Los Angeles.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan Maddock. I'm the Chief Program Officer at CASA of Los Angeles. Your support is helping our volunteers bring those young people closer to success.
It's not just important for them, but it's important for our community that we help these kids get a good start. And there's really no better way than to make sure they get some kind of family around them.
Nobody I know, especially Rotarians, want to see kids on the street or without a home.
I am really proud of our club and our foundation for getting behind foster youth and helping these kids find their forever families.
I'm thrilled that we as a club are able to support all of the nonprofits that each have their own focus on foster youth.
At the end of the day, this is not about a project. This is not about funding. This is not about money. This is about children thriving. And when they do, we all benefit from that.
Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you. And thank you so much, Melinda Monterosa, for all of the video work that you put together on this video. One of the many things you do, as we've said, I think we need to give Melinda a daytime Emmy for all of her video work that she does for us. It's astounding. This stuff is just, as Eric Weiss told me last night, he said, if we're not donating by now, we don't have a pulse in our body. I mean, this is really special. Thank you so much. Rick, thank you for all of your work and for the great work that you did with the orphanages and with the foster care children. That was fantastic. Want to just remind everybody that the donations, or rather the contributions today, are for our operations fund, as I mentioned right in the beginning. This is not going to our foundation. This is going to our operations to make it so that we can trigger our foundation to do what it does best. So this is a non-deductible contribution that you're making today. This is very specific to our operations fund. It is different than our foundation, which is our 501c3, our charitable service organization that we have our $8 million plus foundation. Thank you very much to our foundation for all of the work that you do there. But also, we just want to let you know that we are hoping to hit over a $20,000 mark today for our contributions, and we've already hit over $10,000. Thank you very much, everyone. Sally Gallagher, Stacey Harris, some of our latest. Dr. Sumi, thank you very much. John Gibby, Paul Jacques, Jermaine, thank you very much for your contributions. Lance Miller, Ben Harati, Bo Lee. The list keeps going. It's fantastic. You guys, this is wonderful. Really, really appreciate this. We want you to know that, as Eric Weiss showed you right in the beginning, we've got levels of donations. So don't think that you can't be a $2,500 donor. This is a real possibility and a real open forum for you. So jump right in there. Like I said, we can be extremely gracious in our receiving of these things. So $2,500 is open for you to donate. This next singer that we've got coming up to kind of encourage you in that respect is someone that I've been fortunate to work with. She is a young girl that at 6 years old was already performing in Carnegie Hall. She's been on America's Got Talent, or just an amazing kid that has grown up to be this phenom, this ingenue that can sing anything, anywhere, anytime, a cappella, with a band, orchestra, you name it. I've had her live. We've had her live sing for us at events. And this particular song that Lexi Walker is going to sing for us now is something that is a tribute to all the women in our lives, just to really demonstrate the respect, the love, the courtesy, the feelings that we have for how much we appreciate the women that make our lives go, and for how much we would not be anything without the ladies that keep us strong and keep us on track. Perfect example, we've got Melinda Monterosa and Chrissy Moses on our executive committee in line to be in the presidency. This is an incredible team that we've got. They're a perfect example of the kind of women I'm talking about. But Lexi Walker sings this next song in tribute and recognition of those women. So Eric, bring on Lexi Walker for us, please.
Hey Rotary LA5, it's Lexi Walker here, and I'm really sorry I couldn't be with everybody in person, but I hope everybody's doing well, I hope everybody is safe, and I just wanted to give a shout out to all of you for the amazing work that you do. It's your donations that make the charity work possible, that make the scholarships, the orphanages, and the recent face mask project possible. So thank you to you all. Thank you also to Matthew Ball and to Jonathan Keith for this next song.
She's bigger than this life. She's quiet and she's meek. She draws you in. Not fragile, it's not weak. The things she always says, so simple and sublime. Her words will replay in your mind. A mother's love, it pulls you through. A sister's help, it makes us new. Grandmother's a wisdom and her hope, a different faith that helps you cope. It brings you back, brings us back to you. It brings us back to you. She gives because she can, no thought about the time. Yeah, it's just her, but she's all heart and it's half mine. The things she always says, so simple and sublime. Her words will replay in your mind. A mother's love, sister's hug, it makes us new. Grandmother's wisdom and her hope, a different faith that helps you cope. It brings you back, yeah. It brings us back to you. The hardest thing you have to do is hear the words that must change you. The truth can hurt just like a shout. Just take it in, don't be afraid. That's what love's all about. A mother's love, it pulls you through. A sister's hug, it makes us new. Grandmother's wisdom and the best friend's hope, it brings you back. A mother's love, a sister's hug, it makes us new. Wisdom and the best friend's hope, it brings you back. It brings us back to you. It brings us back to you. It brings us back to you. Back to you.
Well, Lexi
I
Walker.
got to interrupt. I
You
don't
go.
know if any of you all caught this, but Matt Ball wrote that song. I don't know if y'all knew that. Matt Ball wrote that song. So I'm up in my donation, Matt. Beautiful work.
Eric, you're fantastic. Well, it's nice to have artists on this call and on this this Zoom meeting. It's very special. Joe, great to have you here. But Eric, we know you deal with artists all day long and you're surrounded by talent. Lexi Walker is one of those very special people in the world. Just to get her to walk in the door to sing one song at any day on any given time, it's about a $10,000 cost to get her to walk in the door and do that. And she, along with each one of these performers, has done all of this for free. And I didn't even have to talk to them in any sort of way to ask them to do this. I just said, listen, it's LA5. This is what we're doing. It's an amazing amount of work. And they said, what can I do to help? How can I help? Let's do this. I'm in. I'm all in. And so I feel so grateful to be a part of this. I just want you to know on this Zoom call today, we've got the Honorary Consul General of Senegal, Mum Mbaye. Mum, it's great to have you here with us. But Mum hosts the International Women's Day celebration that goes on in Los Angeles every year on March 9th. And we've helped her host that event, much like you do events, Eric. We've done that with Mum. And Lexi Walker actually sang that song for International Women's Day for about 120 diplomats and business leaders all over Los Angeles. And it was phenomenal. As a matter of fact, it was the last public gathering we had before we were shut down in LA. And Lexi came down special to sing it for us, and she re-sang it for us for this concert. So thank you, Lexi, and thank you for our donors that are pushing us over this $10,000 mark and keeping this going. This is very special to all of us. And we really appreciate how many people are making this happen. Charisse, Laura, Charisse is all over this, you guys. So many people are behind the scenes doing things. Desi Davis, our Rotary Act president from USC, she's keeping track of things behind the scenes as well. She's invoicing fines. She's invoicing little tiny things that come up. It's just awesome. So I have to know that everybody's keeping track. The money is happening. Operations budget moving up. So we want to thank everybody for your donations, for your $1,000 donations. That $2,500 donation is still available for you. You can be the first. We're welcome that. In the meantime, we've got another family that I work with a composer. He's an Academy Award-winning composer, just a young guy. He's a prodigy. He's a 30-year-old kid that just is ridiculous. And he happens to work with this group. And this group came to him and I said, hey, can we get this group to do a little song for us? So the Bonner family, and you might recall this, Ellen Bernstein will remember this because when we did, and Marjorie will too, when we did the Angel City Christmas almost 10 years ago, I had the Bonner family come out and sing to us on a stage platform for us. So a few of them showed up, but today they got together for a song for us to do this for LA5. So Eric, we welcome the Bonner family. Bring them on for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Rotary for inviting us to be a part of something very special. And a shout out to LA5 for all the charity work they're doing. Our song is a reminder that it takes all of us coming together and donating to keep the work going. Thank you.
Hi! Hello, thank you everyone for allowing us to join you from here. You're never alone. I think I've seen it all. We've laughed and we've cried, the battles we fight, through the rain and through the storm. Be my shelter to hide till my tears have dried.
I don't wanna run.
No, don't you run.
Trying to get away from all the things I've done.
Take my hand, I'm with you.
Take my hand.
I'll never leave your side, your side.
When the fight is at the door, I'll be standing next to you. Hold on, be strong. You're never alone. When you can't take anymore, I'm praying next to you. Hold on, be strong. You're never alone. And no matter how far we've come, I'll never turn back. I would never do that. I don't wanna run.
No, don't you run.
Trying to get away from all the things I've done.
Take my hand, I'm with you.
Take my hand.
Your side, your side.
When the fight is at the door, I'll be standing next to you. Hold on, be strong. You're never alone. When you can't take anymore, I'm praying next to you. Hold on, be strong. You're never alone. And if there comes a day that we must face the darkness, I'll stay and keep fighting. You know that's where my heart is. When we're together, no one can stand between us. No one can stand between us. Oh, oh, I'm next to you. Fight is at When the fight is at the door, I'll be standing next to you. Hold on, be strong. You're never alone. When you can't take anymore, I'm praying next to you. Hold on, be strong. You're never alone. Sending lots of love from the Bonner family.
That is awesome. We love the Bonner family. Hey, thank you very much for those that are contributing during these songs and after and before. There's a lot of people putting it out there. We really, really can't thank you enough. Jim Simons, Carmen Shea, Walker Rayleigh. Thank you. David and Lori Orton, thank you for visiting and donating to us. We love it. Lance Miller, Ben Harati. As it says, boom, John Gibby, Paul Jacques, and I said Jermaine already. Thank you so much, you guys. This is really a lot of fun. Appreciate that. Listen, we want to let you know that we've got a very sweet video coming up here, and you'll recognize this because we've done it in the past, but Marjorie Heller and the team, Alan Bernstein, you know all the work we've done for LA5, that is for our Angel City Christmas that began 10 years ago as Marjorie and I remember sitting back in those first meetings back in the day when we had about 35,000 pounds of food we delivered. And then it turned into this massive Rotary project where in the paper it said, hey, nobody got stabbed today. It was a good event. I'm like, okay, we are in a different world. But it is really a beautiful thing when they accept us in all of these parks and recreation facilities that allow us to do these incredible Rotary projects. And we want to turn a little time over to our little recognition for the Angel City and let everybody in Rotary see some of the work that's gone on there and realize just where our money and our time and our effort goes for Rotary service. So please share with us, Eric, a little Angel City Christmas.
Today is our annual Angel City celebration where we're helping out the communities that we're a part of. It's awesome.
Very excited to be here for the 10th anniversary of the Angel City celebration. This is a great event here at Jesse Owens Park this year where we're sharing some good tidings for the holiday season.
The kids are super hyped. They know they're going to get a toy. They know that there's snow on the ground. They know that they're going to get a lot of activities and learn a lot.
The LA Kings are here. The Dodgers are here. We have healthcare checks. We have a book fair. All kinds of great things.
We're here for Angel City Bikes to give away bikes to the kids. When the kids win the bikes, they are so happy. Obviously, these kids need a lot of help. That's why we give the toys away and everything that we do. And the bike's just an added bonus. We're lucky that we can do this.
So we're working to help the kids prove their niceness through a series of games, fun activities, as well as getting their medical checkups. And when they do all that, they're able to get a present.
We've got toys, but more importantly, we have resources for the people in the community. We've got free clothing, dental, flu shots, anything you need, and it's all free to everybody. This is what Christmas is all about. It's about giving back.
We are honored and privileged to have with us the United States Representative to the U.S. Congress, Ms. Maxine Waters.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Congressman Waters was here today. She blessed us with her presence. It was a very big surprise.
These are the individuals who volunteer their time and effort to make sure that this celebration is put together every year. Isn't that wonderful?
Volunteers came at 6 o'clock this morning and they haven't stopped.
It is a labor of love. I'm very proud of the hard work this club is doing.
There must be 300 or more Rotarians here. Everybody's smiling, everybody's making it happen. It's a joyous service opportunity.
I'm most excited that I'm out here with my fellow Rotarians, feeling good about giving back.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!
As the public defender, it's really an honor to be here today, to be a part of our community, and be able to be doing something to give back to those people who work so hard.
And if there is anything this world needs right now, it is people coming together. And that's what this event does.
All families should come and enjoy this day.
Thank you guys so much for joining together to make this huge event possible in South LA. Big round of applause.
Marjorie Hiller, we know how much work that you go through with your team of people to make this happen. And there's a lot of people involved in this, but we've got some tremendous sponsors that also put that together as well. I mean, so many things to say here, so many sponsorships, so much appreciation, but I want to give a special shout out right now because as I've been sort of teasing, but hoping that someone would really want to step up to that $2,500 donation, the one person you would not expect to do this, but who's already given so much of his time and effort, Eric Weiss. Thank you very much for stepping into that $2,500 role. You are amazing. Thank you very, very much. You are just awesome. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much. And listen, also want to recognize that Charisse Lara is doing an amazing job. She is back there keeping a tally and watching all these donations come in. And you have to know there's so much happening. We're well up over, what are we at? We're over $14,300 right now. We're moving so well. This is just fantastic. I want to make sure we don't miss anybody because we've got a lot of shout outs happening. And I am sure I'm missing somebody, but I'm going to come back to you if I do miss you initially. But there is so much to say thank you to. But nevertheless, I want to let you know that as we move forward here, thank you, Charisse. Hey, Charisse, any people I have forgotten, please tell us, please speak up and tell me who I've forgotten to say thank you to right now, because we've got a lot.
Well, our newest ones just include past President Jay Richardson. We have Denise Anthony from all the way down in San Diego who tuned in. We have Herb McGurk that actually increased his donation after giving once, felt so compelled to give again. We have a guest, Robin Zollinger, and we also have Michael Stevens, Patrick Shalinsky, Joshua Mandel, Lauren Schlau, Chrissy Moses, Charlene Demas Pinedo, and President Rick Gibson. It has been a very generous day. So much appreciation to everybody out there.
Thank you, Cherise. We appreciate you keeping tabs there. We know that this doesn't happen without you. You're one of the many bodies, but one of the special people that makes this happen. Thank you so much. Listen, I want to let you know that there is the showrunner. You might remember the old Paul Schaefer that used to work at the David Letterman show as the showrunner there. The guy that ran the show for Donnie and Marie Osmond in Las Vegas. Naturally, you would think I would know Donnie and Marie, and I'm fortunate enough to do know them. But their piano runner, that is their producer that runs their entire show, is a gentleman that said, Matt, if you're going to do a virtual concert for Rotary, you have to know this guy. This guy is a headliner in Las Vegas, and he has really stepped into what used to be Wayne Newton's role in Las Vegas, and he's the up-and-comer that's making it happen. And I made one phone call to him, and he's like, Rotary? Are you kidding me? Yes, I am down for Rotary. Put me in. I am there. When do you want this number? And as Eric Weiss would say, because of his perfect pitch, we hate him, but he's so amazing that we just cannot say enough about Daniel Emmet. So we'd like to welcome Daniel Emmet to the stage and bring him on to sing and to encourage all of us to to contribute to Rotary's Operation Fund. So welcome Daniel Emmet from Las Vegas.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here tonight as a part of this special evening. I'm so impressed with the charity work that you have been doing, from giving scholarships to promising high school students, supporting LA orphanages, and especially how you dove right into the fray with your face shield project to benefit local hospitals and healthcare professionals on the front line. The work you are doing is so important. And as we know, the world is an ever-changing and uncertain place right now. So I hope that this song serves as a reminder that when we work together, we can make the future brighter. Keep up the great work. I pray you will be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. La luce che tu dai nel cuore resterà. Ricordarci che l'eterna stella sei nella mia preghiera. Quanta fede c'è. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza. Ognuno dia la mano al suo vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dà è il desiderio che trovi amore giorno e dentro sé. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Fè la fede che hai accesa in noi. Sento che ci salverà. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening.
So you, as my wife would say to me, you've got to be a stone not to be affected by a song like that that's sung so well. Daniel Emmet, what an amazing talent. Listen, excuse me for being emotional here. It's not just because the song is so awesome. If you hear a ding on my computer, I'm sure you've heard a lot of them. I want you to know that every time you hear a ding, it's not just because an angel's getting his wings. It's because we get another donation. Every single time you hear a ding, that's another donation. And it's just like that all morning long. So thank you very much for these donations. I want you to also know, as Charisse brought it to my attention, we are already up above $16,000, $16,600. Thank you very much, LA5. We're getting closer to our $20,000 goal. This is awesome. And Rick, this is good stuff for your year, good stuff for my year, our year. This is a blast. Thank you very much for your contributions, everyone. And I have to tell you that people that have already donated are coming back and donating again and upping their donation and increasing it. Herb McGurk being one of those. Thank you, Herb. Thank you for everybody that's doing that. There's a lot of you doing that. And there's so many to say here. I think it'll just slow us down so much. I hope you forgive me for just moving forward here, but just recognizing the fact that we know you're doing that. So thank you so much. Listen, David Osmond is actually doing a special project with us. He did one with Glenn Beck just recently, a huge 3-hour special where he was singing there. And he also said that he was gonna come out and do a special project with us next month. And I won't be here on August 22nd because I'm gonna be with David Osmond doing this particular event. So I'm gonna be looking for a past president to help us out on that particular Friday. But David was so impressed by what we were doing. He said, listen, is it okay if I do another song? I know that I've already done one. I know you only asked for one, but can I do two? And so he said, this is kind of one of my favorites. So this is us saying, what are we gonna say no to David Osmond doing another song for us? Whenever Donny Osmond could not perform on stage, David Osmond always stepped in. And after enough of a month of him doing this, people were saying, Donny who? Because David was so, so good. So here's David Osmond doing his second song and something very special to him and now to us. Thank you very much, David. Welcome. Eric, thank you very much. We turn it over to you.
Hey guys. I was thinking about different songs that I might sing for you tonight, and this one in particular kept coming back to my mind as one I felt I needed to do for one particular reason. It's the story behind it. It's a powerful story. Music is what feelings sound like, and this truly conveys an emotion, a story of overcoming, of tenacity, of triumph and love. And you guys are part of so many stories in so many people's lives because there's big problems, there's challenges, those hurdles, they're out there. And we're all writing our own story. But you guys help to make those stories better for people. You find solutions to problems. And I commend you for that. I thank you for that, for being a powerhouse for good, champions of life. And thank you for opening up your hearts and your wallets to make that difference in so many people's lives. The Rotary Club is just awesome, and your chapter in particular is doing so much good work. So thank you for that. This song you probably recognize, have heard, maybe not even the whole version, but I hope that it touches you and inspires you to keep doing what you're doing, because I'm a big fan of you, and I really appreciate all that you do. So this is for you guys. Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you, must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And when he comes and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, as dead I well may be, you come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear those soft you tread above me, and on my grave shall warmer, sweeter be. For you bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. But should I live and you should die for Ireland, let not your dying thoughts be all of me, but say a prayer to God for our dearest Ireland, that he may hear and help set her free. And I shall take your pike and sword, my dearest, and strike a blow, the weak that blow may be, to help the cause to which your heart was nearest. And you shall sleep in peace until I come to thee. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. Thank you guys. God bless you. Keep up the great work. There are huge problems in this world, but there are huge answers to those problems, and you are part of that solution. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you, LA5.
All right, another shout out to LA5. Come on, I think we're going to make David Osmond an honorary member of Rotary's LA5. That's fantastic. David was invited today. I know actually all of our artists were invited to attend our meeting today. I don't know that they're here because I know they're all very, very busy, but What a gracious thing for them to offer so much. I just wanted to give a big shout out here just to let you know where we are. Thank you, Charisse, for keeping us posted here. We are at $17,050 right now. And a special thanks really needs to go out to Brenda Weewill and Todd Johnson. Also, Taruko Weinberg. Thank you, Taruko. Vic Maravich, thank you so much. Paul St. John, we see you out there. We know what you're doing. You guys, I told you these shout outs are not going to go away. We got you all. Charisse, thank you for keeping such close track of this. And thank you for pointing out all these beautiful donations. What an awesome day. So we've hit the $2,500 mark. We've hit the $1,000 mark. We've hit the $500 mark. We've hit the $250 mark, the $100 mark. Just know that any donation is acceptable here. Like I said, we can be very gracious receivers. But now this next singer that we're going to have, this was a difficult one for me, but a very special one for me because we tried a long time. And we've actually got a special guest on this Rotary call with us today that introduced me to this singer and her manager. And this is a very special one for us because as my daughter and I sat in the theater watching this movie for the first time, right when this song started, my daughter looked over at me across from my wife, and she was ready to stand up and give a standing ovation in the movie theater the first time she saw this. It was so impressionable. And to this day, she and I look at each other, and as soon as the song comes on, we immediately get emotional because we remember this moment. And this song is a throwback to that moment for me, but I know for all of you, it'll bring back a memory from wherever you were and wherever you were doing, whatever you were doing when you first saw this movie. But this song is a standout song. And this artist singing from her own closet in her house in a microphone, just making it happen for us. We welcome Lauren Allred singing Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. Lauren Allred, take it away. For those of you that are on your radio, she put a subtitled thank you for all the work we're doing in Rotary's LA5. So it's just a written message. Lauren, take it away.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough. Never, 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 never.
I feel like you got to be a stump if you don't feel something from that song. Way to go. Thank you so much for Lauren to join us and do that. That was very special. Let's see. Rick Gibson, I see that you've requested a little time here to take a minute of our time here because we've got a little closing treat for you. But before we close, I know that we're coming to our meeting's running long today, but we're hoping you're staying with us, not because we don't have any more unexpected treats, but except for one coming from our own club. And so it's a surprise that we're going to give you here as we close off our meeting. But before we do, Rick, I understand we needed to turn the time over to you for a little club business.
Yes, and I'd like to say that I absolutely believe I'm being set up by the past presidents in this one. And I agreed to do this. I had no idea I'd be following that song. And we're moving from the sublime to, hey, Rick, we want to give you something ridiculous to do. So I'm going to go ahead and run with it and go with it. President Matt, you're doing an awesome job. You're off to a fantastic start. I will say that this is such an innovative program, but it does surprise me that from such a creative mind as yours, such an energetic, creative, innovative person, such as yourself, that when it came time to close and do a closing ritual, choose a closing ritual, you punted and went with what I do. I did the four-way test every meeting. And I hear that, hey, Matt, what's the new thing you're going to bring to the club this year? And the answer is, hey, Rick, I'm going to do the four-way test just like you. Hey, Rick, I'm going to do the four-way test just like you. Well, I have at least one fine left in me. And so for that, Matt, I am, as requested by the producers of this show, fining you $25 for not coming up with some kind of creative, inventive way to end Rotary Club meetings in the 112th year.
Okay, so in all fairness, that was an homage to you, Rick. It was my homage.
Hold on a second. I want to get in on the fining fun.
Ooh, wow.
So wait a minute, as a past president, we're giving you a little more authority here. Is that what's going on, Ken?
I'm just taking it. I'm taking it by brute force. You've got your little spanker spoon. This is what I've got. Everyone knows during my year, I like to troll the internet, and I found a doozy right here. Eric, can you help me? Wait for it. Who is that guy? Dancing around. Now that is a clip from the movie Footloose. And you're not wearing your pin. It's kind of spiteful for me to actually fine you for not wearing your pin from that movie, but I'm full of spite and revenge. You threatened me with the spanker spoon last week. I've got my spanker. I would levy a very heavy fine for you, except you have done us all the favor of putting all of us only 1 degree of separation from Kevin Bacon. So because of that, I will be lenient, and I will also add on a $25 fine with my actual fine gavel.
Now just a minute. I've got to tell you, I appreciate the effort that past President Rick and past President Ken have made here. But let me tell you something. This is a very, very heavy thing. Matt, you have taken great license here. In my knowledge of the history of this club, we've never had a singing program like this. Not to mention the fact that you plagiarized President Rick's closing. And in a of no deed ever going unpunished, I'm going to levy a major fine to you of $500.
Oh, that's the boom. That's the boom.
Well, it is a fundraiser. Okay,
Ouch.
I will step up to that under one condition, that I get to levy one more fine. And that is because I'm fined for not wearing a president's pin, I'm going to have to fine Rick Gibson $25 for not sending me the president's pin.
Okay.
It's right here. It's right here. It's in the mail.
Awesome.
It's in the mail. I owe you.
So, hey, that's very cool. So my fine at $525. Thank you very much to Ken.
You're at $550 actually, because Rick fined you too. So,
well, I canceled Rick's out. I canceled Rick's out.
Well, You know, that's painful from past President Meshlam, but you know, what can you expect from him?
That's,
That's the way
Hey,
it's done.
That's the way
this
it's
is
done.
a fundraiser, and it's all for a great cause. I'm willing to fight this fight with you, so thank you so much. Listen, we have one last special treat before we let you go, and that is our own Rotary's LA5, Paul Jacques, has got an amazing tune to take us out with. So Paul Jacques, we're going to turn the time over to you to take it out with us. So thank you very much for everybody and all your contributions today. Oh my heavens, this is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Paul Jacques. Hey, we want to finish our day at $18,125. Who can take us to 2,000? We're that close. Eric Weiss, thank you very much for your switching today. Melinda Monterosa, thank you for everything you did to help us prepare for this. Paul Ekstrand, Chrissy Moses, Adam Weiss, Cherise Lara, thank you everybody for making this happen. There's so many. Rick Gibson, even Ken Chong. We thank you for being with us, Ken, and killing us. And Dave Meshlam, thank you for bringing the big mic. We are ending today's Rotary meeting today with the Spanker Spoon. Thank you so much, LA Fivers. Visitors, it was great to have you with us today. Thank you for all your contributions. Remember, you can donate anytime after this. That website is available for you to do that, so don't hesitate. Anything else we missed here, Eric?
I think that's it, man. What a great concert, Matt. Unbelievable what you were able to pull together for us. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Thank you, everybody. What a great meeting. Eric, thanks for everything you did. Everybody have a great, great weekend. Happy LA5 and out we go.
Musical stylings of Jeremy Wineglass.
Follow that. Jeremy Wineglass, fantastic. Between you and Paul Jacques, why do we need to bring in any extra talent? You guys are the talent around here. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
We all make it happen. Thank you. Thank you, Matt Ball. Mr.
Hey,
President.
LA Fivers, what a great day to be with you. What a fantastic time. What a blast. This is so fun. Thank you very, very much for hanging with us. And for all your donations, what a great thing. Taruko, love your smile. You guys, and thanks so much. What a great smile, you guys. What a beautiful day. Lauren, thanks for being here with us.